Hey everyone, Richard here with a lovely copy of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Huge Zelda fan here, so I was kind of happy to get this. But I'm still a little butthurt that I didn't get the Master Edition. You know, I guess a Resurrection Sword statue really isn't that let's move on. Anyway, so one of the initial things that I like about this is that the artwork is beautiful, vibrant, and big. Not used to these massive boxes from Nintendo. I think this is kind of a new thing. It's kind of on par with the Xbox 360, of course with the later release of the Xbox One. PlayStation 3, I think, had a couple of things that had big boxes, and of course PlayStation 4 has been releasing some things with some massive boxes. So I guess Nintendo's just kind of going with the crowd at this point to, I don't know, display artwork or what, but I think this one maybe also because a lot of the big boxes include things like statues and figurines and whatever, but this actually includes a Switch case. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So onto the box. We've got lovely artwork all around the box. Kind of nifty little things that you know, I don't know if I've ever really normally seen it, but it's kind of cool. We've got some previews of the game in the back. Of course, things that come in the box because you kind of want to know what you're getting. But on my case and a lot of fanboys' case, we don't really give a shit what's in the box. We just want to know that it's Zelda, it's special edition, and in my case, Master Edition. I really wanted it because of the figurine, but whatever. Anyway, so on the bottom, of course, we have specs like multiplayer or whatever. But of course, because this is a Zelda copy, this is not multiplayer. It is one player, and it tells you what controllers you can use. So on to the getting the things out of the box. So I'm sorry, I didn't wait. I couldn't. Being such a Zelda fan, I just couldn't. But I did opt to not remove the sticker because as I started to see if I could, it looked like it was going to tear. So I just cut it because I don't want to damage the box. Something I thought was really kind of cool. Obviously here it's kind of white, but the flaps actually have some artwork on it. I think that's kind of neat. It continuing on, and it's actually quite homogeneous, so I thought that was kind of nifty. Two things in the box. Of course, you got top and bottom. Let's go ahead and get them out. Alright, let's go ahead and put the box back. Alright, so I'm going to start with the bottom section of the box, which has the Switch case. Now, when I saw the advertisement for it, I thought that the Switch case was maybe something like a protector for the Switch tablet with the Joy-Cons on it, so you can maybe like play it on the go, and you can say, "Hey, this is my awesome Zelda system, cool, whatever." But it's actually just a travel case. So it does have a nice little bag that it comes in with a sticky thing if you want to put it back in there. I mean, that's just depending on what you're planning on doing with this. So it comes with a cool little symbol on the back, an awesome symbol on the front. Very nice, very detailed. It's got a zipper on it with a really cool engraving on here. So you open it up, and you have an area to put your Switch. So Velcro, bring it out. It's got enough room for the tablet with the Joy-Cons on it, because you're obviously not going to go anywhere without your Joy-Cons, and if you do, you're probably going to be very angry because you're not going to be able to play your Switch. There's 12 areas to put some cartridges, so you have the option to carry around 12 games with you, even though there's not even 12 games out for the Switch yet. But hey, we're thinking about the future, right? An area to put probably your USB-C charging cable and possibly an adapter for that charging cable, or the adapter that comes with the Switch. I know mine is not travelable, or portable, I should say, because my entertainment system is set up pretty permanently. Actually did get to make some room today, which, as any of my followers might know, I posted a video about the unboxing of the Switch, which I've been waiting to do since release. And I keep pointing over here, but that's where my entertainment center is, so, I mean, bear with me. So, in the upper portion, we have the map. We have a nifty little coin. We'll get into all these things a little bit in a second. We have the game, of course, and the sound selection. Now, notice I won't say soundtrack because I'm pretty sure, just like with Twilight Princess and Twilight Princess HD, it is not the entire soundtrack, but something that's kind of mixed together to kind of get you the overall music choice of the game. So we'll start with going ahead and getting the map out. And I will say that you're greeted with not the map, but some artwork. It has some Hylian glyphs. It doesn't look like there's really any intelligible glyphs here, just kind of like the same, kind of like texture mapping, same glyph over and over again. But there is a bird, there is a dragon here, a couple of other things I'm sure you can see. Pretty cool. But what I think is really, really nifty is the map on the back of Hylia. Looks basically just like a treasure map, and it's aged, or simulated age, on the map. I think it's pretty cool. It says Hyrule World Map right here. So, about the quality, I think it's actually really kind of cool because it has a parchment feel to it. So it doesn't feel like just a piece of paper. It doesn't feel cheap in any way. Of course, it's probably like paper in the middle and some type of textured paper on either side. But that's enough about the map. I'm sure nobody really cares. I just think it's really cool. It'll never go up on my wall because it's double-sided, but hey, it's a nifty little thing to have. Alright, so for the coin, it's encased in plastic. It looks like it's not actually meant to be removed. It feels like it might be glued together. It has a nice little Nintendo sticker right here. I don't plan on removing mine from the case because it's it keeps it nice and shiny. There is a Z embossed here with the resurrection sword, and then it looks like the honestly, this reminds me of the Sheik or the Lens of Truth symbol here. So I'm sure that has something to do with the game. Let's put that back here. It's kind of nifty. I don't know that you'd ever actually do anything with it, like carry it around or anything, but it's kind of a nice little collectible. We have, of course, the signature Link with his bow for Breath of the Wild here. But we have the sound selection. I haven't actually popped this open. I don't plan on doing it for a little while, but I will definitely be looking into that. I'm looking forward to hearing Breath of the Wild on my computer, because that's what I do when I study and whatnot. And of course we have the game. This would be kind of a dumb package if it didn't include the game, right? It doesn't look any different from the standard version, so we're not getting anything special there. Of course we open it and there is not even a manual, because Nintendo is doing what everybody else is doing and putting their manuals electronically. But what blows me away is how small these cartridges are. This is the first cartridge I've ever seen with the Switch, and I am just like, wow, just an entire game on this tiny little thing. But I mean, SD cards are up to like 256 gigabytes. I'm sure there's some that are, if I remember correctly, SanDisk said that they're getting up to a terabyte. So I mean, it's not like storage on a cartridge is actually a problem anymore, and it's extremely fast. So I mean, like, we've got solid state drives. I'm sure this is not going to be a surprise to anybody, and we know that optical media is incredibly slow. So not that Blu-rays are slow. I mean, you got HD content streaming, And it doesn't really, it's not noticeable or anything, but I mean, as far as gaming goes, we know we have a lot of content, we don't want to wait for the thing to load. So cartridges, I think Nintendo made a very good decision in doing cartridges, but that'll probably do it for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild special edition. I was very excited to get this. I actually got this very soon after my Switch. Probably the reason why I missed out on the Master Edition copy is because I didn't pre-order it. I got lucky. I found somebody that didn't pick up their pre-order. Kind of have to just go around. I mean, you have to go around and ask. You have to ask specifically, has anybody not picked up their pre-order? Is there one available? Something like that. Because generally, they're not going to tell you because they're kind of like hoping maybe that guy will come pick up his stuff, or that girl, because there are a lot of gaming girls out there. But if you really, really want it and you didn't pre-order it, and you're really fiending for it, like you screwed up and you didn't get in time, then one of the things you can do is go to the stores and say, hey, has anybody not picked up their pre-order? Is it available? And be persistent. But I've been Richard, and I hope to see you in the future.